You wake up at 6 in the morning. Your legs are still sore from yesterday's training. You've got a chemistry exam in 3 hours, football practice at 4, and somewhere in between you're supposed to eat, study, and somehow not collapse. Most players your age are choosing right now. Either they sacrifice their grades and go all in on football, or they let their football dream quietly die while they focus on school. But here's what the elite academies will never tell you. The players who make it aren't the ones who choose. They're the ones who architect their time like a tactical system. By the end of this video, you're going to have the exact daily framework that lets you dominate both, without burning out, without guilt, and without giving up on either dream. Let me introduce you to something I call the recovery window. It's not what you think. Most amateur players believe recovery means lying on the couch watching highlights. Wrong. The recovery window is the 30-minute period immediately after school or training where your brain is too tired to study effectively, but your body is primed for low-intensity football skill work. Think about Lamine Yamal, at 15, juggling La Masia's brutal academic requirements with first-team football. You think he's spending his downtime scrolling? He's doing wall passes in his garage, working on his weak foot with a tennis ball, practicing first touch drills that require zero physical intensity but maximum neurological focus. The science backs this up. Your motor cortex is most receptive to skill encoding when your body is fatigued but your mind isn't yet overloaded. You're essentially hacking your brain's learning state. The quote that should live in your head: when your legs are tired, your feet get educated. Now let's talk about the academic sprint block. This is where most players get it backwards. They try to study for 3 hours straight after practice, their mind wandering back to that pass they misplaced or that shot they skied. Here's the truth. Your best academic work happens in concentrated 25-minute blocks done before your brain associates the day with football. Look at how Joshua Kimmich structures his time. He's on record saying he does his focused work in the morning before training when his willpower tank is full. The psychological principle here is called ego depletion. Every decision you make, every tackle you commit to, every sprint you push through drains your mental battery. By the time evening hits, you've got nothing left for calculus. But at 6:30 in the morning, before your first class, your brain is fresh, your discipline is high, and you can knock out assignments that would take you twice as long at night. The real game changer is this: you're not finding more time, you're using your best cognitive hours for what matters most. Train your mind before you train your body. Here's the part that separates good players from great ones: the tactical study method. This isn't about textbooks, it's about watching film. Tony Kroos has said in interviews that he spent more time as a teenager watching full matches than he did on the training pitch. You should be doing the same, but here's the structure: 15 minutes, 3 times a week, watching one specific player in your position. Not highlights, full matches. Watch how they move without the ball. Watch their body shape when receiving under pressure. Watch their eyes. This is visual studying, and your brain processes it differently than physical training. The neuroscience shows that mental rehearsal activates the same neural pathways as physical practice. You're literally getting better by watching. And because it counts as downtime from homework, you're recovering mentally while still improving tactically. Plug this into your schedule right after dinner when you're too full to train but too wired to sleep. The best players study the game more than they play it. Let me hit you with the 60-second reset. This is your secret weapon against burnout. Every 2 hours during your school day, you take 60 seconds, that's it, 1 minute, and you do something physical. 10 push-ups in the bathroom, a wall sit in the hallway, juggling a rolled-up pair of socks under your desk. It sounds insignificant until you understand the biochemistry. Physical movement spikes your dopamine and norepinephrine levels, the exact neurotransmitters responsible for focus and motivation. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't wait until training to activate his body. He's doing micro workouts throughout the day, keeping his system primed. You're not trying to get fit during these moments, you're resetting your attention span. You're reminding your body that it's an athlete even while you're sitting in history class. By the time practice rolls around, you haven't been sedentary for 8 hours. You've been pulsing your system all day. Champions don't wait for training to begin. Now, the framework that ties it all together, the non-negotiable 3. Every single day, you protect 3 things like your life depends on it, because your dreams do. 1, 7 hours of sleep minimum. Non-negotiable. Your growth hormone peaks during deep sleep. Miss this and you're training a weaker version of yourself. 2. 20 minutes of ball work that has nothing to do with your team training. This is yours, your creativity time, your chance to work on that skill nobody's teaching you. 3. One meal that's deliberate. Not perfect, not Instagram-worthy, just intentional. Protein, carbs, something green. Fuel matters. Jude Bellingham didn't become Jude Bellingham by accident. He protected these basics fanatically while everyone else was making excuses. The philosophy shift here is profound. You're not balancing football and school by doing both halfway. You're integrating them by making your entire day an athlete's day. Your study sessions become sharper because you're fit. Your football improves because you're mentally disciplined. They feed each other. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Most players fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack structure. They wake up without a plan. They react to their day instead of designing it. The players who make it, whether that's professional football or a scholarship, or just becoming the best version of themselves, they all share one thing. They treat their time like a tactical system. Every hour has a purpose. Every block has an outcome. So here's what you do next. Take out your phone right now and block out tomorrow. Not the whole week, just tomorrow. Assign your academic sprint block. Schedule your recovery window. Protect your non-negotiable 3. Then execute it. One day. See how it feels when you're not choosing between football and school, but architecting both. And when you do this, when you actually apply this framework in real life, I want you to share your schedule in the comments or join our Discord community where hundreds of players are doing the same thing. Because this isn't just about you getting better, it's about proving that you don't have to sacrifice your dream to be responsible, and you don't have to sacrifice your future to chase your dream. You just have to be smarter than everyone else about how you spend your day. Now, go build your system.